We are just about 10 miles south of downtown. You get a look inside NRG Stadium in Houston, the home of the Texans. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. Game time is here. Glad you're with us. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Off we go from Houston. He'll grab it at the 12. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. In motion comes Thomas. They'll run. It's the man from Virginia Tech, Facial Chinton. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 8.
Red on red.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down.
Hey, run! Hey, Soko, son. Here we go.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And the player that is down is Trevor Lawrence. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. On 4th down, the Jaguars send out the veteran Logan Cook to punt. Tank Dell on the return for the Texans. This one fielded out beyond the 25.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. 18.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
Well, to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Now 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
Here's Hall again. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
On the quick, right?
Stroud looking to throw. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go. 18. That's right.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Throwing now is Stroud. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
All right. 18. Okay.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Jalen Knowles. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
A gain of 11. It's now 3rd and 2.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
18. What's up?
Stroud looking to change the play. They'll run with Hall. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
18. What's up? Hey, Sujay.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Rip, 23.
They'll run. This is Bashal Tootin. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, let's go. Hey, tomatoes.
Now Lawrence to throw. That's caught. It's Travis Hunter. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
A short throw there to Strange. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. You look at the defense for these Texans. So they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this...
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Hunter, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
7, Texans nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. 18. What's that?
Now Stroud. To the right side and caught by Dell. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
All right. 18. What's that?
They'll give to Hall. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this under the 41-yard line. The Texans had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this one, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
All right.
They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. You look at this Jaguar defense. They come in the top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Oh, okay. Look the hot, look the hot. Hey.
Stroud off the play fake. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On the quick, right?
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
What's that? 18. What's that?
Stroud sets up the play action. He's got this complete to Stover, the tight end. So no gain on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Stroud now on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Baysha Tootin, his 8th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jags are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point safely through. And it's now 14-0.
Texans nothing. Cam Little.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And Stroud now to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Lots of incompletions on first and second down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
18. Outside.
Stroud to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Hunter. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, the way things have been going to this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play. And they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, and we're only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular run it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
18. Outside.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Incomplete.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Hey,
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now 2nd and 9.
On the red. Done. It's hot.
Hands it off out of the gun. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break up the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Hey, tomato.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Hey, let's go. Hey, Soko.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing the game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Got his man. It's the tight end Strange with it. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21. 23 yards the pickup there.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Ready up. Hey, easy, route.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Hey, lion. Soko's hot.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start.
And take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Bashal Tootin with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
All right. 18. What's that? Movement.
Here's Stroud. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
It's
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Stroud. That's over the middle into the hands of Noel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Quick, right? 18. What's that?
Looking to throw. Stroud. And his throw here's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here we go. Let's go. 18. What's that?
Again, it's Stroud. Open man, it's Collins. He's got it. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half,
that'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
18. What's that?
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
and that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
18. What's that?
Back to throw. Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. An extra point forthcoming. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now.
Jaguars 28, Texans 7.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And a pretty poor kick here. It doesn't make it to the landing zone. And that means they'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here we go.
Now Lawrence. In trouble, and he's taken down. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
A loss of 9
That'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And he's up past the 20 to 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Red on red.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 138 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just the series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
Finding space at the 40. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On red. On this side.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 41, here's second down and 3.
All right, let's go. On this side.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Lawrence to throw. Now he's going to step, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
He completes it to Hunter. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
Rip, 23. Hey, Soko, hot.
Now the former Syracuse man, LaQuint Allen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the Texans' 18-yard line.
Hey, run!
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Hey, ginger, tighten!
Lawrence will throw. Thomas brings it in. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Ready up! Hey, tomato. Done. Here we go,
Two is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Texans 7. Cam Little.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Stroud looking to throw. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Play action. Stroud now. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Here we go. 19 Texas.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. And this pass broken up. And the contact well in time there, and now 4th down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Stroud and company going for it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Now Stroud. Caught left side. Here's Dell. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a 1st.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing now is Stroud. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 5.
Oh, hey. 12. 18. That's it. Hey, uno.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That is caught by Dell. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Tank Dell, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. It's complete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. There wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Hey, easy. Ralph.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here comes third and the length of the football.
Grant, 23. Hey, Soko, it's a hot. Street. Here we go, it's a hot.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 164 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Jaguars.
Hey, 11. Come on, this one's hot. Here we go, it's a hot.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
Red on red. Hey, pincher.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Cam Little, the kickoff for
the kickoff
Jaguars.
unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right. 118.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. He's got it to Collins, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
The Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Stroud to throw it. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants to move in.
Ball has it knocked loose. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And I don't know that fumble's going to... And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Here we go. 118. What's that? Hey, uno more.
And Stroud now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here at their own 23. Now, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
All right, let's go.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball, and they cut to their fourth quarter lead. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
It's fielded at the 45. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Oh, hey. 18. What's that?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he pulled in downfield by Collins. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Nico Collins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And he looked right off the line like he knew that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, go!
On the draw, here's Allen. They see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
On red.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Hey, tomato.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain an 18-point lead.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button.
They intercept Stroud again, the third time in this game. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Jags will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Red on red. Soga, hot.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Jacksonville, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Houston, they drop below 500.